4 years, and this is my art colloquium. This first piece is very, very special to me. It was my first acrylic painting that I was genuinely proud of as an artist. It was this painting that I did when I was 7 that made me want to keep doing art, and specifically using acrylics. This is just a short summary of my theme, which has been about my mental and artistic journey. Initially, I had a healthy obsession with time. I would go through mental cycles throughout the day, simply based on what time it was. My art reflected this preoccupation since I used dates in my work and even painted directly on canvas. I actually was not able to come up with this theme until recently because it reflects my personal and artistic growth. These are my calendars, and they were the first pieces I did for my theme and are actually unfinished. However, I think they do a good job of reflecting my mental state at the time. Every day of the week was a struggle to get through. I needed a way to dump my emotions into art every day, as my mood was so extreme from one day to the next due to my anxiety. It ended up being very hard to keep up with every day of the calendar, and that's why it was left unfinished. But I almost think the messiness and incompleteness reflected how I was feeling at the time, which was messy and incomplete. Encore's work caught my eye because of its simplicity and room for the viewer's interpretation. At this point in my life, I was struggling with rapid emotions and anxiety, and I enjoyed the simplicity of his work. As you can see, his art is a simple date painted on canvas. His work also has a mysterious edge to it, which I was very enticed by, and inspired future works of mine, which are these. These are some of my favorite pieces because they were made at a time in my life when I had seemingly endless amounts of anxiety. It was an emotional breakthrough for me to be able to visualize it as color and shapes and numbers. These pieces were also done during quarantine and staying at home from school and most activities. Really helped distance myself from the crazy time, which is second semester junior year. In turn, this prompted me to look at emotion as shape and color, as shown in the paintings, rather than an incomprehensible mess. Also, all my paintings from now on are acrylic on canvas. This is almost a part 2 to my theme. As my anxiety became better, I began to look outward and notice the people around me, specifically their faces, so I began painting portraits. I greatly improved my artistic skills, and at the end of this journey, I can honestly say that I am more whole as a person and an artist. This was my very first portrait I had done. After making simple paintings, shown earlier for a while, I was searching for a challenge, and the ultimate challenge for me in art was portraits and faces. I became obsessed with the complexities of the human face and how a simple feature could make someone them. In terms of connecting to my theme, I painted the face of someone that means a lot to me, my younger sister, Josephine. It is obviously not a perfect painting, as it was my first one, and she always tells me about how she doesn't like it, and it does hardly look anything like her. However, this piece only prompted me to keep practicing with my portraits. This is my youngest sister, Amelia. I feel there was a lot of progress with this painting, and I learned a lot from my first portrait. And I felt like I was really starting to understand faces more. It was really important for me to paint Amelia's face because I wanted to paint both of my sisters because of the impact they both had on me. They taught me how to be calm under pressure and patient, which was something that was very helpful for me in dealing with my anxiety. This piece is actually 2 separate projects that I found worked better together. The portrait is of myself. I thought it was fitting that I complete the trio of me and my sisters. And the painting behind it is what I visualized my anxiety to look like as a person, which is a scary, pale, tentacle monster reaching out to grab me. I was inspired by the characters Slender Man and Edward Scissorhands to create the character. And I feel that this piece represents the silent suffering that I and many others experience with anxiety while holding a straight face. Okay. When I was thinking out the next face that meant something to me, I immediately thought of my friends, and through the struggles they meant a lot to me, with simply being there when I didn't know who else to talk to. They mean a lot to me, and I feel like I finished off my theme perfectly with painting my good friend Christine. Since this was my first time not painting a non-family member, I really tried to utilize the techniques I had learned from my past portraits to finish my theme off strong. Art is a form of therapy for lots of people, including myself, and without this emotional diary I've created, it not only made it easier for me to deal with my anxiety, but I'm able to look back on moments where I struggled and remember the difficult times I went through to become the person I am today. So I will continue to do art to remember my highs and lows and continue to grow in appreciation for myself. Thank you.